Hey, exam, Sigma. If you haven't, go do that. But in the meantime, I'm back. How are you? I'm okay. This term has been pretty rough and I just didn't really film a lot of food stuff. I asked on Twitter if you would watch a Get Ready with me, and surprisingly I got yeses. So let's get started. I'm actually shaking out my primer. So this is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Primer. Yeah. So I've only recently been starting to use this. I went into Ulta the other day. I got it because it was really, one, really cheap, and two, I've been wanting to try it. I would say it's half effective. I would say I really need to shake it up, but it feels more effective to me after I shake it rigorously. So I just use my hands to apply it. So I have a mirror set up like right next to me. I tried doing a test run of a Get Ready with me the other day and it was just really bad. So hopefully this setup is a little better. Okay, with primer down, I'm gonna do a base. So for my base, traditionally, I don't really use foundation. So what I've been using for the last year, so I'm finally almost done with it. You can't really see it, but I've been scraping the sides. This is the Makeup Forever HD, Ultra HD, concealer. I remember going into the Sephora and asking what concealer would be best because I'd just been crying. However, since then, this has been really great. It's my perfect color for the shade that I am right now, which is one, very pale, and two, properly hydrated. Because I would say if I'm not hydrated, it really does stick to my dry spots. I have been keeping very moisturized and drinking a lot of water because what else do I have to do now that I'm stuck in my apartment? With that down, I will use a pressed powder next, and what I use is the Neutrogena SkinClearing Mineral. I like to go in with this flat, dense brush, I think. I love watching beauty YouTube, but terminology just goes right over my head. So what I'll do typically is just press in it lightly and go mostly around my mouth, and then take a couple of pats to my under eyes, just so the concealer kind of is in there, but I didn't want to put too much so that it kind of dehydrates my under eyes. Moving right along. So my favorite thing lately has been to do eyeshadow, and I feel like it's been a lot easier to try more new things for my eyeshadow, especially because if it does look bad, then I can just wipe it off and it's whatever. And also it's just been really relaxing to just be able to do the simple kind of routine that having a makeup routine is. So I recently got into getting a primer for my eyes as well, and so I got the Urban Decay primer potion in Eden. I'm really satisfied with how it like works out, so I'll just do like a dot on my eyes and then I just tap it out. So I would say this has been the best method for me so far, and it does really last all day. Eyeshadow. Okay, so what I've been loving lately is the Smitten in Switzerland eyeshadow palette by BH Cosmetics. So this is what the palette looks like. It doesn't look super great because of my lighting, but I swear it's really beautiful. I think I'm gonna go with like a dark smoky eye. That's what I'm gonna do. I've been experimenting with smoky eyes and I really like it, even though my eye shape is not the most optimal for them. If you'd asked me a year ago if I was brave enough to do smoky eye with just black, I would have said, you're nuts. Okay. So, what else has been going on lately? I am a college senior. The idea that I'm done, almost, is crazy. The idea that I am almost done with my college career is absolutely nuts. Like, holy moly, where did the time go? I feel like so much time has passed, and also no time has passed at all. Because it really, every year was just so different, and that it's hard for me to even grasp that stuff happened. like my first year, I was definitely overachiever in a lot of ways. I didn't really do a lot of social things. I worked at the career center and I was constantly in the library. I was in EMU a lot. And now I'm just stuck in my apartment all the time. I don't even go into the EMU because I don't trust anybody. And I know it would help for my own sanity to be able to go into the EMU. However, I do not. So I am just here in my own apartment doing my thing. Okay, so you can't tell, but this is as good as it's gonna get for black, I think, on me. Because I'm gonna put a shimmer over it later, I think. I need to turn this way because my mirror light has died, so it's not as effective. Okay, so when I went into sophomore year, I was working for Student Gov, which was crazy. It ate up a lot of time, which is funny because I was doing the voter registration campaign and that was really exciting and new, and I think brought me more into politics than I ever thought, but I was really passionate about it at the time. And so that was really rewarding for me, even with all the ups and downs that it did bring. And then I stopped working there and I got a job as a peer advisor, and now I do that for the Office of Academic Advising. And it's been great so far. Junior year, I was doing stuff for the Hong Kong Student Association, and that was a ball of crazy, you know, because all kind of club dynamics are. And then I was in Alpha Kappa Psi. I'm still in Alpha Kappa Psi, Go Kappa chapter, and now I'm here. You know, kind of like everybody else, struggled with opportunities lost, but at the same time trying to make light with the opportunities that I still have. And I'm really lucky to have been able to publish with the Daily Emerald all term for the last year, and working with them has been super rewarding. I still thankfully have been able to keep my position as a peer advisor, and that has of course had its own ups and downs as well. And I'm trying to apply for more internship stuff, which has been good and bad, you know. The struggle continues, but I think moving forward I'm a lot more confident in myself and in my own work, that it's not a big piece of worry that I have so much as it used to be. Because if you follow my blog, I'll plug at the end, I wrote in spring about how the loss of opportunities felt like it was me being incompetent and not matching the expectation that I had for myself. But in reality, it was just a process of me having to come down from my own high expectations. So I think that was a hard lesson to learn for myself, because I've always had such, I know this is bad for your eye, I know, but I think it's always just been hard to have a high expectation of yourself and then not be able to fulfill it, especially when everything else prior has either gone on the same track or has been really similar. I don't want to say I've never failed, but I would like to say that I haven't had as disastrous a fail as I believe would have impacted my self-esteem as not being able to find like an internship opportunity for the past summer. But that's okay, because kind of everything else has kind of fallen in place so that other things will work out okay. All right, this is taking a while. So I've got a black smoky eye right now. I kind of like how it looks. So maybe I should put a shimmer. I'm gonna put a shimmer over. I love putting a shimmer over things. So I'm going to put, I think I'm gonna put blue. I think I'm gonna put blue. I'm scared. Okay. Let's see. Okay, this is not bad. I usually use it with the shimmer because I got a new brush set. I was like, I should try using this brush set. And it's really nice. I will say I do have to blend it out a little because it's a little intense. However, this is still very nice. So you can't see it, but again, I'll insert some footage at the end for that. And yeah, so I've been writing for the Emerald. Of course, I'll talk about those. I've talked about those actually a lot. You can follow my social media handles and scroll through my tweets about them. But in general, I think this term I've been really good about balancing everything from food to writing, having more major steps be achieved with my blog. I think having a better sense of self, being healthier, more stable-minded, and I'm just really glad for all of that because I don't think if the world, quote unquote, you know, had this pandemic that I would have taken this time to stop and think about things. And of course, I obviously don't want this pandemic to be around, but I've been choosing to be more grateful and thankful and appreciative for things, and that's really helped put everything into perspective, even though things have been like super gloomy. So there's that. That's my soapbox. Practice more gratefulness. And I think that has helped me find greater satisfaction and less dwelling on the bad. So I'm just gonna do some quick mascara. I use a Shiseido eyelash curler. I got this for Christmas when I was in high school from my cousin, and it's great. I love it. What I have been doing is using the Estee Lauder Little Black Primer. I can read. Little Black Primer, and using that on my eyes first because my eye look is so dark you won't be really able to see them, but again, I like putting on mascara. I think mascara really makes a difference to an eye look. I think it's one of my favorite steps, favorite boring steps. So I'll do that to my other eye too. I've been using the Sumptuous Extreme Lash Multiplying Volume Mascara. It's a mini version, and so the bristles for this are incredible. And I find that even though, you know, you wouldn't think Estee Lauder mascara, it's pretty good for me anyway. I like the volume it brings to my eyes, and it's a little bit more wet of a formula, so I've had to be really careful about what I do blinking wise or if I'm being super expressive to make sure that it's all dry beforehand. Otherwise I will get the dots under my eyes. So I kind of did this out of order. I usually will do my blush first, but whatever. So I've been using the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the color Unstoppable. So putting down a generous amount, like borderline blush draping. And I think for myself, I don't really get red unless I'm having a very strong reaction to something that, you know, no blush draping. Doesn't make me look sickly. That's all I'm saying. And then the second thing I'll use instead of a traditional highlighter, so this is the Clinique plus Jonathan Adler collaboration. That's a eyeshadow duo and then a blush. So these are two shimmers. They're called Like Mink, and then the blush is called Sunset Glow. So what I've been enjoying doing is running it in like a highlighter and then applying it to the tops of my cheeks because the color is very, very close to that of the Tarte Amazonian Clay blush. It just kind of adds a little glimmer where it would normally be lips. This is also one of my favorite steps. So I think today I'm gonna just go with a balm, a colored balm, because my eyes are really dark and intense and the balm doesn't come off nearly as harsh. So this is the e.l.f. balm, their holiday duo. I think this is like candy something. I'll leave it below, but that's it. Yeah, just 2 swipes and I'm good. I've been using the e.l.f. makeup mist and set, and I'll just do 2 sprays. Yep. And as that sets in, I will see you in just a second while I readjust and get myself in some better looking lighting. Hey, so I'm back and this is my look. So I did just a black smoky eye, and then I just put that blue kind of duochrome kind of looking shadow from the BH Cosmetics Smitten in Switzerland palette on my eyes. I've got the blush. See, it looked like a lot when I was applying it, but it's actually really soft looking. And then I just have a slight sheen from that highlight, or from that shimmery blush in that little mini. In any case, this was really fun. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Don't mind my scary, ominous looking hallway. If you want some more content from me, again, I write for the Daily Emerald, and I will link some articles down below, and my blog, Sikvamea, which means have you eaten, also below. If you want to hang out with me some more, I'd be happy to connect with you. Follow me on my social media handles, and subscribe. Give me a like, I would really appreciate it. I'm gonna try, since I got a tripod, I'm gonna try to be doing some more content over winter break, especially with no classes, yes! And if you would like some more lifestyle-y stuff like this or beauty related, also let me know. And again, I do have a couple videos up on this channel, so I will link them in the card up there, where you can either get coffee with me or you can grab some donuts for a sweet snack. And that's it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.